Welcome, fellow masters. My name is Musaki from the Chaldea Gurus, and it's time for another episode of Clairvoyance EX. This month of Clairvoyance EX is for the month of November, and we have quite a bit to handle this month with a decent amount of speculation, so let's just jump into it. First up, something new for Clairvoyance EX will be the items that you can get with the November exchange ticket. As you know, when you log in, you get a material for free, and you get one of 3 options. This changes out every month, and for this month, we will have octuplet crystals, stakes, and stingers, so this is really good. There's a lot of servants in Lostbelt 3 that needs stakes and stingers, and a certain servant is getting a rerun banner very soon that needs a lot of stakes. So definitely keep this in mind. This is gonna be here until December. And the next bit of news is actually the Interlude Campaign that I mentioned last month. It appears that they decided October wasn't the best time for this, but the first week of November is the best time for it. So that Interlude Campaign is now here. It includes all the things I told you about before, including Maeve's skill upgrade quest, Cleopatra's MP strengthening quest, and Yan King's skill upgrade quest. Everyone else here on this list will be getting Saint Courts, so that's Holsween, Berserker of Eldorado, Kato Danzo, Assassin of Paraiso, and Ku Altar. We also get that summoning banner that I mentioned last month. We get the summoning banner back, so this is your time to get Ku Altar or Maeve all the way until the 15th. Kato Danzo is also on a rate-up banner, and what's notable is that all of these servants, with the exception of Holsween, are actually story locked. So the fact that they all have a rate up here is very good. If any 3 of these servants are servants that you wanted, this is a perfect chance to get them. This banner, like I said, it lasts from November 1st all the way until November 15th. Next on the list, we still have the 1200 day anniversary, or whatever day anniversary that we have. We still have that to celebrate, and that's going to be a free 10 Saint Quartz. It's going to be sent to our gift box. We should be getting that somewhere over the course of the next couple of days, so be on the lookout for that for the FGO news. After that, we have, of course, the download campaign that features Abigail Williams. This is of note because, hey, most of you guys really want this SR ticket. There's going to be a little dedicated video for it because we have a ton of out there. I know Oni has talked about it, K-Drop has talked about it, K-Collections has talked about it. There's a lot of videos, and we have some ourselves, but I have gotten a question a lot in the stream, so be on the lookout for a video like that next week on what I think out of all of these servants you should consider at the very least. Spoiler alert, some of the options are actually in older videos, so if you're curious what that can be, definitely check those out. But that's not the only thing this banner has. It is one of the major things that it has, aside from the fact that Abigail Williams has a banner. It of course has a retweet campaign, so be looking out for that. A login bonus, we get a whole bunch of good stuff as normal. You get a new experience card, which is the 5-star experience card. I talked about that last time, but it is very good and very helpful. In the friend point summons, you'll be able to get a 4-star experience card and the 5-star experience cards in there. So friend point summons just got way more important. You also have new master missions here that you definitely should take advantage of, because you'll be getting 10 Saint Cores for completing all of them, and a unique command code called Hunter of Love, where the attack with the engraved card has the sure hit property, which is very good. I think that's a very good thing. Most people will say, oh, that's not that great. I'm like, but sure hit comes up pretty handy. And because this is not a command code that you just get at any time, you might as well just get it now. So just to have it, command codes, just grab them when you see them, because you never know what effect you could use later on. On top of that, of course, half off AP for the main quest. For Arc 2, for Arc 1, they're a fourth of the original cost. We just had one, now we have another one. They really want you to finish the story because Lostbelt 3 is coming probably at the end of November, and that means more days where we're getting closer to me rolling for Shin 1D. Anyway, we get our normal strengthening bonus, so 2 times chance for great or super success when strengthening servers and craft essences, and also we get 10 friend slots. Regardless of master level, we get an additional 10 slots, which is great for me because I've been filling up my slots a lot, and I know you guys have been filling your slots up, and if you haven't, great, you got more spots now to add your whale friends or any future friends you might have. So, keying into that, you actually get quadruple friend points for main quests, meaning you gain 4 times the amount of friend points when you completing main quests in Arc 1, 1.5, or Epic of Remnant, and Arc 2. So, really, get on all of those. I know there's some people that have actually skipped Epic of Remnant. You might want to go ahead and do that. You are a little incentivized to do that now. So give that a shot. Da Vinci Shop being upgraded, which is going to be good because Chaldea Tea Time. This is going to be the next Bond CE that you are going to grab and use for a very long time. Because for you, it might not get that much of effect. When you maximum break this, bond points for you is only 5%, but for your support, it's 15%. So you putting this on your support is going to help your friends. So you might have seen before casters having the bond CE from before, the Chaldea Lunchtime. But now you'll probably start seeing Chaldea Tea Time on there more, and that's gonna just benefit you all together. This is kind of the way that characters are going. They're going in the fact where there's a smaller effect for you if you use it, but if you put it on your support list, it's an even greater effect. This will change ever so slightly as we go into the next part, as pretty much anytime after Lostbelt 5, but that's a year away. We're not worried about that. We're worried about this. So think about that. Anyway, with the Da Vinci Shop upgrade, you also get new items that you can use. So you get more command code unlockers, summoning ticket, experience cards, and foe cards, and essentially doubling your use there for the mana prisms. So they're really trying to drain the mana prisms out of you. We do have a rerun of a lottery event this month, so you're gonna have a good amount of mana prisms there. For rare mana prisms, they got more code removers, more crystallized lore, more golden foes, and more friend points that you can get from that. I'm not sure how many of you guys have just rare mana prisms laying around, but if you do, that's what you got ahead, and that's what you got to look forward to. And then we get into the summoning campaign. Abigail, Cersei, and Nezha are on this banner, along with the 3-star Robin Hood. Nezha and Cersei aren't story locks, so they are not necessarily super high priority unless you really like Cersei, unless you really like Nezha, which she has a lot of story stuff coming up, so you might like her. And then Abigail Williams, this is her second rate up. This is one of the few chances that you have to get her. She is a foreigner. There are not that many foreigners out there, and for the most part, it seems the foreigners key in with each other. They work very well together. So if you already have a foreigner, or you like using a support foreigner, these work together. And Abigail is primed to get an upgrade, hopefully. So be on the lookout for that if you're interested. We have way more in the month of November than even this. So let's get into that. After that, I know you guys see this FGO Arcade banner. I really don't think we're gonna get anything with this, unless for whatever reason we get FGO Arcade NNA, which I highly doubt at this point as much as I want it. Don't expect anything like these FGO Arcade banners to come here. Let's go ahead and skip those. We're gonna go right into the Christmas 3 rerun. That is right, Christmas 3 is coming back. It is a lotto event, so a lot of people are gonna be keeping an eye on that, but it is a limited lotto event. So it's just like last year, essentially same quest and everything of the like, but your boxes will be limited. You will only be able to get 10 total boxes, so everything in here you can only get 10 times. But it's still good. That's a lot of stuff that you can get from this. It's really crazy, so I would actually just take advantage of all of these. Getting 10 of the golden skill gems is going to be very important. Skill gems here is going to be nice. I mean, that's a lot of experience cards you have there as well, so I mean that can work out in their favor, having all that there. On top of that, this is not your last chance to get Altera, but it is one of your last chance to get Altera Archer for free. The reason why I say this is because this event will actually appear later on as a main interlude. I mentioned that in the previous video before, but main interludes are going to be the fact where these events are now canon and can be played again. Only the main quest, however. So they won't, if it's a farming event like a lotto event, you will not be able to farm the lottery. You will only be able to do the main quests. You will at least get a permanent copy of the servant that's featured in that event. But after that certain time that it becomes a main interlude, it will then go to the Da Vinci shop and you will have to pay rare mana prisms to get additional copies of the event server. Not the best. They will start giving out rare mana prisms, but it's just something to keep in mind. If you want to avoid that whole fiasco, take part in this event. I know people with reruns, even me, is just super relaxed, like I don't really care about it, I got everything I need. But still, you want to get Altera. She's actually really good, especially with Scotty out now. This is important. This is where those rare mana prisms comes in. It's almost like they foresaw this happening, because now with Christmas 3, this will start that when you get an event servant that you already have, you'll be able to turn those in for a rare mana prism per extra copy that you have. So if you already MP5 Altera Archer last year, now you get 5 rare mana prisms out of it, which is pretty good. Now that's something to look forward to, especially because there's a lot of reruns happening next year. So keep that in mind. Also, you will be able to sell your Ascension materials. So if you already have a max Ascended limited event servant, you can sell the remaining Ascension items at Da Vinci's workshop for 1 million QP each. So that's really good. You might want to take advantage of that. So now you get rare mana prisms and you get QP. This is a win-win situation. Like, this is the best case scenario for you. We will go more into the event later on, but Ereshkigal, Enkidu, and Altera are going to be the 5 stars that are rate up. For the 4-star, it looks like we just have Ana or Medusa Lancer, and for 3 stars, you got Taiga, Ushi, and Paracelsus. This will be one of Ereshkigal's last banners. I know she has a download campaign banner later on, but if you want her now, this is a good chance to get her. Ereshkigal being a very good AoE Lancer, with Enkidu being one of the strongest single target Lancers in the game, especially because they're getting upgrades later on. So if you want to set yourself up for that, that's a very good time to do it. Merry Sheep, a very good craft essence to max limit break. If you haven't already, it'd be very good to have. Next up, for the end of November, we will have Lostbelt 3. They're going to start you off with a pre-release campaign for Lostbelt 3. And during that, as you can see here, this is where they originally added the class skill upgrade and follow systems to FGO. These are things that we already have in FGO NA. So that shows you how far ahead they pushed us up with us being on the same systems. So this will be very important if we weren't already doing it as it is. Same with the support setup. These are all things that we have done already. Same with the up and the down. These are all things that originally happened here. All of this. The skill level displays. I'm not sure if that's going on right now, but originally came here. Post-max Ascension Quip Hop feature, that was added here. They did a lot of quality of life changes, so be prepared for them to add potentially some quality of life changes that we don't have in place of this, because this is a big thing for them. There is a story attached to this, to the introduction and prologue to Lostbelt 3. Expect a video for us as well coinciding, because you know that's what we do at Chaldea Gurus. For our Guruverse stories, we like to be in line with the story at least somewhat. So hopefully you're interested in that. For the campaign, you will get 10 St. Quartz if you complete Lostbelt 2. And you're gonna have login bonus and it's gonna give you apples. Why do you need apples? You're gonna need apples if you want to clear this Lostbelt story. And once again, more half off and quarter of AP cost. So they really want you to finish everything, even to the point of the first clear of your free quest in Lostbelt 2 being half off, which is huge. So now is your chance to clear that out completely, because remember, the more free quests you complete now, the more sync courts you get later, because they're doubling up the sync courts that you get later on. Then lastly, we have Lostbelt 3 itself. It will have its first banner, along with new items, and if we're following along, this is where we're finally getting bond level 15 servants. So you will get this item here, this little chalice called the Chaldean Visionary Flames, which I'm not sure what the English name will be, but you'll get this. So you use this for all your bond 10 level servants, and you have the option to level them up even further, up to a max of 15. And every bond level you get beyond 10, so 11 to 15, you get 30 Saint Quartz. This is very huge. The new items, the Reactor Core and the Ancient Bells, which will be very important for Lostbelt 3 servants. So you might want to take advantage of getting that cleared so you can get access to those main quests. I'm not going to show the summoning banner because there will be another video when I go in depth on the servants for Lostbelt 3. And when I mean in depth, I mean how much QP you need, what materials you need, and where to get them. So be on the lookout for that very soon. The only thing that I have that I can think about, aside for this wonderful Christmas login event, which is great, is Thanksgiving. This is an NA only thing, where they specifically do things for NA, and that's it. This is not a JP thing at all, because they don't celebrate Thanksgiving over there. But here, this is normal when they did it. When they released this last year, there was at Anime NYC. As you know, me and Nina and a bunch of other content creators were there, saw this live. This is all stuff that we got around then. Who knows what we can get? Back then, we also got the subtitles for the Noble Phantasms, so that can happen here as well. It is really hard to tell what they will be doing for us here, but yeah, as you can see here, limited banners. So Gilgamesh, another rerun for Gilgamesh. For Okita Soji, Artorial Pendragon Lancer, Iskander, Da Vinci, MHX, Amakusa, Hijikata. A lot of things to expect here. Who knows what we'll get, but we will get it. It happens every year, so just expect it. As I told you, November is a really stacked month. There is a lot of stuff to expect and a lot of videos from us, quite frankly. As you may have seen, October, we didn't really post that much. We did post the events. We did do a couple streams, but for the most part, we were prepping for November, because November is gonna have a lot of things. December is gonna be really slow motion, so we just wanna prepare you guys for what to expect. The Guruverse is gonna be loaded. FGO, getting a lot of stuff. This is not a dead game at all. You're gonna have a lot of stuff to do almost every week in November. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Clairvoyance EX. If you liked the video, definitely give it a like. Subscribe to the channel to see more, and hit that bell so you're notified when we upload next, including our weekly YouTube streams, because yes, we stream on YouTube for a little bit. Hope you enjoy it. I know my kids do. Anyhow, my name is Musaki from the Chaldea Gurus, and we are logging out. See ya.